Hi guys, and welcome to the Star Trek Picard episode 4 no win scenario watch along. So if you are ready, please press start now. So right now it's just a recap, and it's the Titan fighting along with the Shrike, and it says okay, commander's been transferred to Riker. So that was one of the things that went on in the last episode, and if you can remember, I actually enjoyed the last episode, and I'm actually pretty late in getting this episode uploaded, and the reason is I was in Paraguay for a week, and I did actually watch the episode when it was released on Friday, but I wasn't in the right frame of mind to actually watch it properly, and I didn't. I just rewatched it, and now I'm rewatching it again for this watch along. And I'll let you know about my thoughts about it later on towards the end. But yeah, I didn't have my recording equipment with me, so I wasn't going to record my reactions to this episode because I wanted to watch it on a larger screen. So the recap is just showing us what happened in the last episode, and pretty much the Titan got shafted. The Shrike opened up a portal, and the torpedoes that Riker had fired came back and bit him in the arse, essentially. And I thought that was a very clever use of the plot device. Okay, and then it says CBS Studios production 5 years ago. So here we are back in this random 10 forward, and there's another Eagle Moss ship. Didn't see which one it is. It looks like the Enterprise C. I don't think it was the D. It could have been the D. I didn't have a look at it properly. So 3 times I've watched this, and it still doesn't look good. So there's Picard sitting down, waiting to eat his food, and then some cadets notice him, and your book just took what? Oh, okay, so he's written a couple of books. I don't get this about the Herosian. How did the Herosian come for Picard? Why would they come for him? Doesn't make sense. The Herosian were from the Delta Quadrant, and obviously the cadet just mentioned how did they get to our quadrant. So I like that little callback. Lieutenant Commander Worf. Haha. Oh god. Which reminds me, Worf is not in this episode. Nor is what's her face? Raffi. So that's a good thing. So he's talking to some cadets, reminiscing about his time. Talking about teamwork makes a dream work, essentially. And it's quite nice. It's quite a contrast to when he was in Series 1 and he went to Starfleet Command, and they didn't know who the hell he was. That was quite disrespectful, but now I think they've kind of fixed that a little bit. Okay, so they're still they're still falling through the nebula. What did they say it was? In the last episode, gravity well. So they've got a massive loss of power. Obviously, it's nice to know that we've got characters on the ship, on the bridge of the ship, should I say, with personalities, and some of them even have names, which is quite good. What's this? Okay, they don't want to take down life support, so diverting all power gives them a few hours at best. That's not a good sign, Will. Come on, think of something. Eliminate all non-essential essential systems. What's that? Holy shit. What's happening? Not rumbling. Bioelectrical wave. That's interesting. It seems like Riker doesn't know what to do. Or is he just being too cautious? Lower shield. Oh my god, what? I like how the door chimes are the same as in TNG. Door, she's shut. Oh, Picard's trying to apologize. And Will's stopping him. The Titan's dead in the water. Estimate about 4 hours. The bridge crew said about a few hours. It was probably a few at best. Okay. So they got to come together to fix this situation. They need a solution. Sorry if I'm quiet, but I watched this bit twice now, and it's actually quite interesting to see that they have given Captain Riker some more depth. I think everybody in this series gets some depth in every episode as well. I think somebody gets a little bit more added on to their character, and it's good. It shows growth, it shows expansion. So he's been upset about his son dying, which we established in series 1. And obviously this is why he's here, traipsing around the galaxy with his friend, or his robot version of his friend. It's a bit weird that he calls him Jean-Luc, because he's always called him Captain. Or Captain Picard, never Jean-Luc. Maybe once, I don't know. Maybe when introducing him. Okay, Star Trek Picard. And whooshing into the A. Part 4. No-win scenario. Or Kobayashi Maru. But they don't want to say that. Sorry for the cough there. So this is 7 of 9. Pressing random buttons like she knows she does. Where's she going? I should know this anyway. What the hell? Okay, so we get some pads. It's somebody's quarters. I wonder whose quarters they are. I think it's the guy that was taken over by the Changeling. The Changeling must have murdered him. I remember that bit now. Come on, 7. Right in the cupboard. The Ensign Foster, he was given a name and he wasn't a red shirt. I love the briefing room. This briefing room's cool. It needs to be lit? It should have been lit up a bit more. It's too moody. The whole bloody place is moody. Yeah, we still don't understand why Vadik wants Jack Crusher. And I don't think we even find out in this episode. Okay, so Riker's got a really good idea and he's using 7 as a way to do dodgy stuff without getting in trouble. But obviously she'll get into trouble, won't she? Oh, in a goddamn body bag. 2, 1, and another contraction. Oops, did I spoil it there? So Beverly's trying to piece together what the hell's going on with these kind of whooshes of energy. And Jean-Luc wants to go and talk to Jack Crusher. So this next scene with Picard and Crusher, Jack Crusher should I say, is quite interesting. And it took me out of the story a little bit, because if you listen to it, it's a bit weird, but I'll come to it once it comes on screen. So here we have Captain Shaw sharpening his knife. And 7 comes to him reluctantly to ask for his help. So they think the Changeling was on the ship before Jack Crusher came on board. So something else is going on. Okay, I thought this scene with Picard and Jack Crusher was next, but it wasn't. We have Riker trying to pretty much apologize to Deanna and try to explain why he's been a bit out there at the moment, or since his child died. Even though in Nepenthe in series 1, he seemed like he was quite happy. But obviously, he's paused the recording. He does not have to say it yet. But maybe he will, maybe he won't. Computer holodeck program. Oh, look at that. The computer arch is back. Yeah, so this is 10 forward again, unfortunately. But I was reading, they're only using this set because Series 2 and Series 3 were filmed back to back, and they still had the set, and because it cost them a bomb, and they don't have many other sets available to them, they used this. But it kind of makes sense. And the explanation is quite interesting here as well, because Jack says to Picard, how come the holodeck's open? And he likes cheap whiskey. I don't think Jameson's cheap whiskey. Interesting product placement here. Small independent power. See, now it kind of makes sense if the holodeck runs on its own power, because in previous episodes and in previous years, when something's gone wrong with the holodeck, it's affected other ship systems, or the ship systems have affected it. So I guess whoever designed the current versions of the holodecks have actually thought about that. So in a sense, in universe, it makes a lot of sense. And this kind of little heart to heart is kind of nice. It's not quite intimate in terms of, oh, you're my son, I'm your dad, and etc, etc. But Jack leads with the hair. He basically wants to know when he'll lose it, but he doesn't actually confirm his age. That's a bit dodgy. I think he's a bit older than the actual actor. He doesn't look like Patrick Stewart, though. Some people have said that it doesn't look that far off, but I don't see it. I don't see the connection. What's he doing with the straw? He's destroyed that straw. There's another Jameson shot. Or the first of many. There's a second. Metallus 4. Yeah, this story doesn't go anywhere. You can tell Picard's so pissed off or bored. He doesn't want to talk about that. They goo people. This is good. This is like Shaw and Seven working together to figure out what the hell's going on. And Shaw's actually paying her a compliment. Oh my god. Might even make a good captain one day. Oh, good. So one of the things in this episode have been Shaw. Actually, in the whole series, Captain Shaw has been quite fun to watch. Steal their pot. How does stealing their pot get connected to cannabis? Like, how would Seven know anything about that being in the 24th century? And why would she call it pot? Unless she's done some research in it. Shaw's talking about a bucket. Essentially the same kind of bucket that Odo, which we just saw a quick picture of, would sleep in. So here's another contraction. Boom. Who's the green guy? We need to know who the green guy is. He's not a gringo, is he? No, I doubt he's a gringo. Now what's she doing? She's packing the bags. No, she's not. What's she looking for? Oh yeah, she's looking for the pot. Or the bucket. The changeling rest bucket. Ooh, very clever. So much like Star Trek 6, this scene. They're looking for the mag boots. Residue. Okay, so there should be some residue on that. Oh shit, the Shrike. Or the Shriek. And this villain who we still don't know what her motive is. But she's a changeling. But the weirdest way she communicates is like this weird communication method is weird. Is that a Klingon dagger? Can somebody remind me what that is? Stick it in the comments below. She's cutting her wrist so her hand falls off and turns into a face. Hello. They just wanted to do this effect. That's all it is. Oh no, she's reporting back to her superior. Okay, so there's somebody higher than her, that much is for sure. She's not doing it for her own self. It is suicide. It is suicide to refuse. Ooh, I think I missed that bit. Oh no. So the goo goes back in and becomes a hand again. So she must be a changeling. What else could it be? But why would the changelings want Jack Crusher? Unless he's a clone. Her ship is a bit weird in design. The outside is perfect. It looks cool. Oh, they just jettisoned the portal weapon from the Daystrom Institute 5 years ago. What the hell? The Tamarian was based on metaphor. The lesson being had given up our will to... Oh, okay. So he's talking about Darmok and Jalad from Tanagra. What was that episode called? Oh yeah, it was called Darmok. Such a good episode to reference. That's awesome. So he's still getting interviewed or hassled by fans. Have you ever wondered why fans don't come and sit down next to you? Instead they stand looming over you so you tell them what they want to hear. Oh, hello, they're still in the... Oh, there's more of them coming. Sit anywhere you like, you buggers. You can't even look after the ship. You're hiding away in the holodeck. Okay. So why don't they just get out the holodeck now? I think they've done their talk, haven't they? So if you look back on series 2, I don't remember anything apart from the first episode where Q comes along. And that's it. I seriously don't know what happened in the rest of it. All I know is that Rios went to die. No, he didn't go to die. He went and lived with some woman from the past. And live happily ever after. Oh, she's got the bucket. Okay, so she's taking the bucket to where? To get tested. Ah, it gets... Oh no, that's the changeling. Oh god. She's gonna fight him. No, she's gonna shoot the fuck out of him. She should have put him on... Why doesn't anybody use a stun setting? Could have put the stun setting on and taken him to the brig and made him crack until he talked. But now you're not going to get anything. He's just escaped through a vent. So here's another little talk, which is quite interesting because I like the fact that Picard said he would have named his son Jack after his friend Jack Crusher. I like the background that it moves in the Enterprise D10 forward. It didn't actually move, it was just a solid like background. This is a nice little story, but we don't know if it actually happened because we didn't see it. Micrometeoroid. What's a micrometeoroid? I'm not sure if I like Picard's Admiral badge. I need to see what it looked like in other episodes of TNG. If it was even shown in TNG. It's not a communicator, that's for sure. And why is it everybody in this episode, when they tap their insignia, it doesn't actually make a chirp noise of any kind? They just tap it and talk. The lighting is good in this scene, only because it's meant to be a bar. This bit doesn't seem so great, but when Shaw walks in, it's slightly too dark. But I think he has the best dialogue in the scene altogether. And if you remember what I said in the first episode of Series 3's Watch Along, I was bloody right. I said that he had something to do with Wolf 359, or somebody had died in Wolf 359 that he cared about. And it was true, he was in the battle, as he's just describing now. Just a grease monkey, apparently, an engineering person, I guess. But he survived when his fellow colleagues died. I love it. This is good depth. Didn't realise the shuttle pod had 10 seats. Or an escape pod had 10 seats. Did he say he was getting into a shuttle pod or an escape pod? You can see the trauma in his face, in his eyes. It's like he's reliving it. He's not looking directly at anyone. apart from there. But you can see he's just reliving it. It's pretty good to deliver in that way. He's traumatized, you can see that. This is why he's such a dick to Picard and to Seven. $11,000 dead. Bloody hell. This bit I don't get. Okay, so no, it's a good line. It's a good bit. That I am Locutus of Borg. They named him Locutus of Borg, the only Borg to have a name. He was only on their ship for like 2 hours. Not even 2 hours. He's so mad. You can just see his eyes are just fucking... He doesn't know what to do, being angry or to... Look there. It's so cool to see the arch come up. It's weird. Virtual reality should be like this. And then there's actual ship's crew looking at him, thinking, what the fuck? And he's apologized to them? So became substitute for charm. So Jack's kind of bonded with Picard now. And we get more detail about Captain Shaw, and I think that's great. It's not a gravity well. It's some creature giving birth. This is so Star Trek. I swear, it's like it's like a typical episode of Star Trek now. And I think it even ends in a typical fashion. Oh, they have an idea? So the ship doesn't have any power. So what do? These pulses that are occurring every, I don't know, God knows, every 10 minutes, that Crusher keeps counting down to. And there it is. That's what they're going to do. They're going to cut the power and let the force of the wave push them forward. Let's hope it works and it doesn't Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Oh, I didn't think I'd ever hear that from a Star Trek episode. It's something I say quite a bit. Yay! We get a reference to Farpoint. Actually, the creature in this episode, or creatures, are very similar to the ones in Encounter at Farpoint. Oh, Riker's being way too cautious. I like how the tables have turned between these two. Riker would have normally been the one to say, okay, let's do this. And Picard would be, no, well, we need to wait and see how this unfolds. Pans out, I was about to say, but unfolds. And then he would listen, and he'd listen in a good way. Here, he's not listening to anything. He's making decisions based on what? Based on not, like, putting people's lives at risk. Yeah, you're good at this shit. You might as well do it. Come on, let's go. He just needed that pep talk. This isn't the end. You got a few more episodes left. Soft chuckle. Sorry, I'm reading the subtitles as well. The nacelle covers are designed to prevent... Oh no. So why wouldn't you scoop up the stuff from on the Buzzard Ram scoops, which are the red bits at the front? They normally collect hydrogen through space, but they don't do that, and they open up the side pods of the nacelles. Well, you'll see that next, hopefully. And have you noticed there's no cut back to Worf or Raffi? This is acting Captain William Riker. He dropped the T. Why did he drop the T? William T. Riker. Has he ever said his name like William T. Riker? Oh, shipwide communication. You know you're in a shit situation when the captain comes over the con. It's laugh at death, motherfucker. You can tell it's written all over that Bajoran's face. The Trill Doctor, she's trilling. We're gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna make it through. Oh, okay. They're going back to shore. And they indeed are a dipshit from Chicago. And he's respected him for it. Wow, so the Titan is 20 years old. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because it was a new ship, or newish ship, when Star Trek Nemesis was around. Or happened, should I say. The fancy retrofit. The fancy retrofit is so retro, it goes back in time. Nacelle control is exposed. Oh no. I've always wondered how they got into the nacelle section, because the rods, I don't know what to call them, but the bits that hold the nacelles up onto the body, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any kind of like lift going up or staircase, because they're so thin. So do they transport to the nacelles or what? It doesn't make sense. Maybe there is space, like a Jeffries tube that goes all the way up there. I still love this Alcaz design, it's quite nice. I set up a PowerPoint presentation in the Alcars format. I didn't use this new format, but I did use the older one, and it was so nice to see once I made it. It looked really cool. I wish all computer interfaces could look like this. I wonder if Elon Musk could create an Alcars system for the Tesla cars. Then maybe I would buy one and then put it into warp. Or put it into ludicrous speed. Oh no, don't give Picard the controls. He's a robot, you know, a 90-year-old robot. You know they're missing Deanna on the other side. I wonder when the rest of the crew are going to come in, because Geordie's still missing. Worf we've seen, but he's not aboard any ship as of yet. Deanna, God knows when she'll turn up. And where does lore fit into all of this? I don't get it. It's going to be crazy. The next few episodes are going to have to do a lot of work. I wonder if they're going to pay it off. Oh, look at the ship. This is it. They're going for it. For a second there, I thought, what happened to the episode? I hate it when they go to black screen for no reason. Okay, so what are they doing now? Oh, they're going to navigate the asteroid field. Okay, so there's still... Is that the first warp? Yeah, that's the first warp nacelle open, I think. Nice. Oh, I really like this bit. This is so cool. Like, 7 goes off, and then Ensign LaForge comes along. My father was Geordie LaForge. Everywhere, she always says that. It's weird. But this time, is it her? Or is it not? So Shaw's like, are you who I think you are? Or are you somebody else? He's ready to stab her with that screwdriver. But then luckily... 7... This is so cool. So this is the callback from the previous episode where she called called 7 Commander 7. But Commander, it's me. Commander what? LaForge. Commander Hansen. Boom. Oh, that was brilliant. She dead. But is the changeling dead? That's the question. Ensign LaForge always calls me Commander 7. Out of respect, motherfucker. I love it. And there she is. The real LaForge. There's a second nacelle. How did they get to the second nacelle area? See, the comm badge didn't make a noise when he tapped it. Second nacelle is open. Way. So what are they collecting? They're not collecting hydrogen because buzzard ram scoops do that. Which are the red bits on the nacelle? Oh no. They gotta dodge some of these. Come on. Move, move, move. Now. Go, 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 go. Now. Why are you waiting so long? What the hell? You don't know if it's gonna move. 3 kilometers. Bloody hell. I like this. This is quite like, shit, we're gonna escape. This could turn into a really good game. 4 more seconds. Why should we trust you? I don't know. Go on, Picard, just do it. There you go. Phew. Are those the only asteroids they gotta contend with? Bajoran dude is like, thank the prophets. Whoa, okay, so there's the last contraction. Sorry if I went a bit quiet there. I was trying to figure out what the hell happened at this point. And the episode is that gripping that I was like really gripped to it again. Even without having the sound high. I've got it on 1, volume setting 1, and I've got it on subtitles, and I'm still like mesmerized by what's happening. Alright, so they've gone right past it. How do they know they're not going to hit another asteroid? Okay. The nebula's changing. Oh no, what could this be? Oh, nice shot of the dorsal side of the ship. No, not the dorsal. What's it called? The dorsal's the top part of the ship. What's the underside of the ship called? I can't remember. Somebody, if you know what it is, put it in the comments below. And there you go. Fire keel thrusters. Cut the beam. Oh no! Riker's just thrown an asteroid at the Shrike. That's so cool. Why hasn't anybody else ever done that before? So a cheesy moment comes, but Riker has the best line ever. Not this bit. We're hemorrhaging power. The Shrike. So the Shrike is still active. It just needs some fixing. So they'll lose the chase for now. I'm sure they'll be back. Because we should have seen it explode otherwise. So Shaw and Seven are on the bridge to see what's going down. To see their handiwork. And there it is. Those energy pulses were actually contractions. And there's new life, very much like the life that we saw at Encounter at Farpoint. in TNG's first series, first episode. Like squid creatures. And everybody's looking in awe at the new life that has basically saved their life. And then Beverly says the cheesiest thing she could ever say. To seek out new life. I think we should boldly get the hell out of here. Oh, that's so funny. Riker, you make me laugh. Oh yeah, they whiz into warp, should I say. Oh, that was good. Some wise words from Picard right now. And then we cut back to the scene where he's talking to the cadets. Is Haddock's bloody dead? Captain Haddock, haha, get it? No, you don't. I don't get it either. So he spoke to him. He did go to search for him. And now he realizes who that kid was. Naughty Picard. Naughty Picard. Non-robot Picard. You deadbeat dad. Oh, clap a deadbeat dad, why don't you? There you go. There's the realization that was him. Excuse me. Oh well, you can't take your words back now. What happened. And now we cut to Riker talking to Deanna. And why is she always on the video screen? When are we going to see her in action? You know, she hardly wore a Starfleet uniform throughout the whole history of TNG. We need to see more of her in a uniform. That badge looks nice. Just glinting in the light. But I like to see it more. Like we saw in the episode. What episode was it? It was the one where Riker keeps going back in time. Or going forward in time, sorry. And it was in all good things. But it was mainly in this episode where Riker was forward in time. I can't remember now. We need to figure it out. It's not the one where he got captured by Romulans. And they pretended that they were in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Oh shit. Captain's log. Did he just say Admiral's log? He did. Oh no. Here we go again. Ending with this weird thing that's gonna lead to absolutely nothing. It looks like carnage. Find me. Somebody's saying find me to him. Together soon. Ooh. See, did you see that? The door opens and there's like a cityscape being like blown up or something. And it's gone. What the hell's happening with this kid? We gotta find out soon. Don't cry. We'll find you in the next episode of Star Trek Picard Series 3.